Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. We're in the second week in November and it sort of feels like it. It's quite cool, it's very grey and it's quite still at the moment, but it's just got that autumn/winter feel about it. But that doesn't stop me from getting out into the garden because I've got a list as long as your arm of things that I want to achieve over the coming 2 or 3 months. And today I'm going to tick 2 of those off the list, hopefully. The first thing I want to do is to put the cage on top of the brassica bed that I had planted some brassicas in, the metal raised bed that I was still to put the brassica cage, the netting, on top of. So I want to get that done. And also I want to continue in my quest to brighten up the area at the top of the garden, the area where the chickens mostly scratch about, that can be a bit challenging keeping plants protected from them. And there's a new bed that I'm part of the way through building, and I want to complete that and get some bulbs planted for the spring. Right, well, sitting down here isn't going to get this done, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm finally getting round to modifying this bed behind me to look like that bed there. So I built these beds a little while ago. This one was the second one that I built, and it's got some brassicas in it. And I've got a little net over to protect them, just generally, from critters over the autumn and winter. But what I want to do is make it into a proper in my terms, brassica bed. So I'm going to put this raised structure in so that there's space when I want to grow brassicas such as Brussels sprouts, for example, that need that bit of height. So you can see I've got some wood over there, just leaning up against the other bed. In essence, what I'm going to be doing is putting in 4 stabs, 4 sort of pointed poles at each corner, one at each corner, and then I'm going to join them together at the top by screwing some wood on, and then I'll put the debris netting on, which is the netting that I use for these beds. So let me show you how that transpires. Okay, you can see what I've got in here. These are cauliflower called Mystique, and these are a cabbage called Dutchy. Looking a wee bit chewed, truth be known. That's why I've got that little pot in there as a slug trap. But I'm hoping they'll survive. This one's looking a bit eaten. I think it's slugs. I don't think we're still on caterpillars. Yeah, there's slug slime. So yeah, but generally okay. So let's get this structure built. Now, the trick is to get them sort of the same depth in, which isn't necessarily going to happen, but we'll try. That one seems a bit lower, but we shall see. I'd like it to be looking reasonably aesthetically pleasing, but as long as it's practical. Okay, now that the wooden structure is up, these are just old sort of fence panels, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Yeah, so now that's up, I'll put a piece of the debris netting on the top, I'll staple it down, and then I will work on the sides. I might try something different this time in the sides. I've got debris netting. I'll maybe see if I can use one piece and wrap it all the way around. And then I'll have the one side to open and roll everything up when I want to get in there. We'll see. Let's get the top bit on first, and I can just use that bit of debris netting that was over this a moment ago.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we...
Okay, it is done. So it's a bit long, unfortunately, but I can tuck that up. So basically around the, let's zoom out a bit, around the edge of the raised bit is a single piece of the debris netting. It's stapled at the top, and this is where the join is, which I'll use clamps to close, and I can just lift this up. I can even roll it up at the sides if I want to get a complete access to this, and I could even roll it up if I didn't want to have the side netting on, which is a possibility as well. So let me just close this up so you can see what it looks like closed. But yeah, I'm really pleased. And there we have it. A wee bit of an effort, but the finished result's good, and it's going to be great for keeping things out of the beds. And by things I mean things such as birds, as cabbage white butterflies in the summer, and chickens. So yeah, oh, and squirrels, I guess. So yep, very pleased with that. So here we are up at the top of the garden. You can see the swing seat there where we while away the time when we've got time to relax out here and watch the chickens, because we are opposite the chicken run. And this area is a bit of a barren wasteland to some degree. Oh, hello Dottie. You can see that it's quite, bare earth. There's some bark and things kicking about too. But what I've gradually been doing is trying to add areas of colour, areas of planting. Last year I put in this bit here, which is a large shrub bed. And I've also, if we just go here, this bed here, I've sort of enlarged somewhat, and I've got some bulbs in there, as well as having the verbena here, and then there's a little bit of lavender there. And there was some annuals in the bed. They've come out now, and I've put in some tulip and daffodil bulbs. And then the little one at the end there, this was, that was the sweet pea teepee in there. It's now got some rather chewed, it has to be said, plants and broccoli. And so this is what I'm working on next. There's been lots of bits of sandstone and other rocks kicking about, and so I've sort of put it together to form a sort of border. Certainly along the front part, and at the back part we've got some logs. And I already had in the hydrangea there, little hydrangea, and this is a hart's tongue fern. I'm just going to put in that little cordyline. We'll see how that does. Cordylines don't particularly like it cold, but we'll see if we can mother that one along over the winter. So I'm going to plant that in. There's an area there with some compost that I've popped in. I've already put some tulips in there, and through the rest of this bed I'm going to put some more tulips and some daffodils. How this will work, keeping the chickens out when the daffodils and tulips are coming through, I may have to put some sort of protective net over this, but over the winter time it will be okay them sort of jumping in this bed and having a little bit of a scratch around. We're just sitting there if we are sitting about in the garden, so we can shoo them away if they look like they're doing too much damage. But these two plants have been, you know, at the available to the chickens to scratch around, and they've been fine. The cordyline I might choose to put a little bit of mesh around just to keep them away from the base of it. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get that cordyline planted, and I'm going to get some more bulbs in, and then I'm going to top it all up with some more compost. It's quite compacted, the earth here, because we've been walking over it and the chickens have been walking over it, but I think we'll be okay. I'll just dig a hole here, and I'll put some fish blood and bone in the hole, as well as some fresh compost. Oh, I might actually have hit. There are some roots of now gone shrubs in here that you sometimes hit. And I think this is just, it's just a bit compacted. Oh no, I think I have hit a root. Or maybe even a rock. Oh, watch out, worm. Don't let the chickens see you, or you'll be doomed. Oh, there's M's. Right, I'll just have to be over a little bit, because there's a let's try that. I want to get this loosened off so that there's easy access to for the roots. Right, I think that's going to do. Let's get some fish blood and bone. I don't have any mycorrhizal fungi, I don't think, so I'll just have to shove some of this in and hope that it's happy. Oh, did you get a worm there, Mrs.? Did you? Right. Cordylines, they can't cope with too much in the way of frost, so we'll just need to see if this one survives. Right, let's get some nice compost to go in that hole as well. Ugh. No, don't be eating that. Watch out. Ooh. Right. Let's get this in. I've got another cordyline, but it's in a pot, and that's maybe a bit easier to look after, but we'll try with this, we'll try. We'll break up this. I think we actually haven't had that much rain, dare I say it. So, everything's a bit dry. Right. Oakley dokley. Cordyline in. Now let's see if we can get some bulbs in. Here are a few, I've got lots actually. Good old Farmer Gracie. I think you can go out just now. Thank you, chicken. Right. These are tulips called Mariette. I'll put a little batch of them down here. Now I wonder if I can sit on this. Oh, see, this is quite civilised, having a rock. What I could do maybe is, what I'm better doing is just getting a shovel maybe and taking off a big lump of this. Look at these peskinnesses, because I've been digging. Come on, out just now. Thank you. Right, let me see if I can dig a hole for these. Of course, I'll be attracting attention from the chickens. We've got another shrubby bit here. Right. I just want to get these buried. Hello. A sensible depth. Right. Hello. Right. Right, that's space for some. Let's get that in there. Good. Right, I'll put these somewhere else. Stay there. Okay, so I'll put this earth back over and then I'll top it up with compost at the end of this. Get rid of these weeds. Dotty, hello. Right. Dotty, away. Actually, I'll maybe put a couple in here. we go. Right. So that's all of those in. Right, missus? Are we moving? Yes, we are. Let's get some of this in. Of course, fresh compost is another attractant to chickens. They love it. They want to dig in it. Don't you, chickens? I'll put more. Oh, you can see Hattie over there digging in that stuff. But hopefully the tulips are going to be far enough down. Hattie, please, out. Oh yes, ba 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 ba. Right, I've got some muscari. It's called Armeniacum. Armeniacum. Or words to that effect. I'm going to pop these in now. So, where? Pop some in here. Hello, Dottie, no. This isn't for your benefit. This isn't for your benefit, no. Right. Dottie. Is that a Dottie? Away, I don't want to get you with a spade. Right, watch out. There we go. So, nice little bulbs. These don't have to be as deep as the daffies and the tulips, but they won't mind being a wee bit deep. What have you got there? It's a bit of pottery. Right. Yeah. Just get these popped in the right way up. That's better. There we go. Right, let's get two more. Let's get the compost and give them a little topping. Right, watch troops. I don't really want to be stamping this down. Excuse me, Emily. Yes, let's just do this. There we go. Oh, I hate it when I do that. There. Right, this should do for now. Let me just get some of this back on top so it doesn't look too fresh for the chooks. There we go. Whoop. I'm happy with that. Yes, it's very rustic, but I'm using the materials that I've got available for me. and not a lot happening at this time of year, but just wait until the springtime. I'm sure that's going to look fantastic. And at the back there, we will have lots more happening there too. I think you can see we've still got the geums shining bright over here. Let's have a look. Look at these. And also some Shasta daisies at the back there. And this heucherella has got some nice flowers. And the skimmia here, although the flowers aren't dramatic, we're starting to get flowers on the skimmia. Yeah. Second week in November and we're still getting some nice colour. But it'll look even nicer in the spring. Let me just zoom out a bit and you can see the bed from this angle. Righty tighty, that was good. A couple of jobs ticked off the list. I think I'm going to have my work cut out stopping the chickens from digging things up. I'm just looking around. Hattie, look at this. Oh, Hattie and Dottie. As long as they're not scratching too deep, I think I'm going to be okay. Anyway, what are you up to in the garden just now or in your allotment plots? Let me know. I think that's me for today though, so if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye bye for now. Out everybody.